So, does it ever happen that you get a desire to take revenge on yourself or others? So, if the answer is yes, then today let us understand these impulses, these desires, and also evaluate the advantages and disadvantages of this revenge game. So, if someone hurts you, backstabs you, betrays you, and really hurts you, some of you definitely want to take revenge, and that is understandable. So, the need to take revenge arises out of the fear of going through what you've already been subjected to, or need to, teach that person a lesson, need to somewhere reduce the personal trauma and the pain you've gone through, or to restore justice and fairness, depending on your belief system and your conditioning, social conditioning. Now, what happens during the revenge games is it also can generate a lot of excitement. It can give you a purpose of life. Sometimes it also brings out in such an adrenal surge that you feel more effective, you feel more functional, much more alert, sharper. And sometimes it can be associated with growth, because you might want to show off with all your achievement after the revenge game. But with an open mind, don't you think there are better and more peaceful ways of maybe rediscovering your purpose of life, or more peaceful ways of being more alert and more sharp, or better ways of growing in life? So let me tell you that if you are involved in the revenge game, it might not be the wisest course of action for you only. Because, firstly, somewhere you are blaming others for what is happening to you, right? And you want others to suffer so that they realize how much they made you suffer. But as you grow in your awareness, you will realize that somewhere everything in your outer space or your outer environment is a projection or an extension of some part of your personality, or it is your soul's need to go through a certain experience to grow. So, if your soul has a need to go through an experience for its own growth and evolution, then people around you somewhere play just a role to be able to give you that experience. Like in a movie, supposing somebody has to play the role of a victim and has to go through suffering, torture, betrayal, backstabbing. So in that movie, somebody also has to play the role of a victimizer. So when we use the same metaphor in our life, we need to then ask, who can we really blame for the experiences that we are going through? And also that when before the revenge game is even started, the revengeful thoughts, the ideas, the planning, the time consuming can cause you immense pain. It can be a very exhaustive process even before you have inflicted pain on someone else. And a very important aspect that I would like to share today is that, when we plan the revenge game, we think that after we've taken revenge, we are going to be peaceful. We will be relieved somewhere. But let me tell you today that that is not the truth. You're never fully relieved after the revenge game also is over, because somewhere that you run a very high risk of perpetuating this revenge drama and further creating a loop. Because revenge act is like this, it's like a toss. It can toss to and fro between two people, like a tennis ball, and will always keep you on your toes. Where you not only risk your and your loved one's life, their career, reputation, but so many things. So it's like, to teach someone a lesson, you have risked your and your loved one's career, money, reputation, most importantly, peace of mind, to later on realize that somewhere at a deeper level, it was you who had to learn a lesson from that experience. So we need to rethink and reevaluate what we're doing. And the bigger risk is that if there is a conscious or subconscious level of guilt because of the revenge games, then you will somewhere have the need, again at the subconscious level, to punish yourself. This is where the understanding of karma comes into play. So, karma, from the radical perspective, is whatever you do to others, you remain somewhere open to experience that. So, if you have taken revenge from someone, that means somewhere you have opened up yourself to experience being revenged from not necessarily that same person, but from XYZ person. And so you somewhere create that loop again for yourself. Like you'll be very, very surprised to hear that even trivial accidents that people go through is a way of punishing yourself and getting yourself revenged. And further, it's the thing that if you even tell me the body parts that have been injured or hurt during an accident, we can even tell you what you are being revengeful for. So, if you look at all these perspectives, do you really still feel any merit in creating this continuous loop of revenge games? Or rather, we should, you know, have a more constructive solution to this whole thing. And the way forward, and somewhere a way forward to bring an end to this loop, is very simple, is to decode the brilliance and the learning of whatever you experience, whether it was betrayal, it was backstabbing, it was extreme hurt, to understand the learning that was required for you to grow and imbibe that learning. Once you imbibe that learning, not only do you transcend that experience, those experiences diminish in your life, and people don't now need to play that role of a villain in your life anymore. Their role also gets over. So just forgive yourself, forgive others from the bottom of your heart, and let go of the need to revenge and be revenged, and lead a very peaceful life. So instead of focusing and making plans and spending all the time on your planning and the time taken for planning the revenge game, you can just, focus on what you want to manifest in your life. Because the truth is that whatever you focus, you somewhere energize, and you amplify that and you co create that. So let us, all of us together, let go of the temporary need for gratification that you receive after revenge drama in favor of a more fulfilling and constructive life. So if you don't want to be hurt again, just strengthen yourself, change your beliefs, change your thoughts, make your communication with others more obvious, more direct. Be kind and compassionate in your behavior, in your thoughts, in your words, and concentrate on your larger purpose of life. So be who you are meant to be and do what you're really meant to do here instead of somewhere getting distracted with these games. And when you vibrate in that, that loving, compassionate energy, you will be able to melt even the strongest people in your environment. So let's walk this new journey